What up, Cubs? Welcome back to the Den. Today we got a top 10 for you guys. We have our top 10 collective between me and Kel, our top 10 most anticipated and favorite cards of Lifestream. We're just going to get into it. We're going to rip through them. We're going to start at number 10, work our way down to our favorites. My first one that we're going to talk about, coming in 10th, is Morfrost Chimera.
What a good card.
It's a good card, and you guys know that I love Morfrost, so the fact that it's number 10 just means that there are so many good cards coming out in this set. But Chimera is what Morfrost needed, in my opinion. It's still a 1-drop. It's a 5-beater. It's really strong. It allows you to draw on a discard, right? I'm not misremembering, right? You discard to draw.
Nope, you are correct. Yeah, you're correct.
It's exactly what Morfrost needs. I don't think it needs to be talked about too much, just because it's kind of self-explanatory. It's just another discard engine for your bat. It's draw power from Morfrost. It's a 5. Like, can't really go
The other
wrong.
really cool thing is now that we've got Brumalinx, which searches Mountains of Boreas, it's actually a 6/3.
That's true.
Which is like super strong, because like whenever you have an in-element searcher for the stadium and you don't have to rely on Jolton, I feel like it just becomes so much stronger, and I really like it. But
Agreed.
also shout out to whoever actually drew this, because I believe this was a fan art submission for it.
Yeah, it was like the Design and Elestrals competition or something, I think.
Yeah, super cool.
Also, shout out Nova.
Big shout outs to Nova. Always shout outs to Nova.
Yeah. All right, number 9.
So, number 9, and just so you know, for those watching, the way they were doing this is they're actually bouncing back and forth. So, like, I'm taking 5 and Shan is taking 5. So, Morfrost was actually his 5th, and this is my 5th, and then next will be his 4th, and back and forth that way. So it's not like Morfrost is our collective 10, it's like it's his 5th. So, but my 5th most like exciting card that I'm really looking forward to is actually Hopperoo, and I feel like it's one that kind of goes unnoticed, but being a 3 that pokes is super cool. And not only does it pokes, and you can add an earth card foretold that way. So in Dionysus, which I think a lot of people are really excited for, specifically with like Dionysus Madness and Splashing Cyprong and things like that, people are already talking about it. Like the Illustronauts did a whole stream of it, right? And I think that being able to say, okay, I now have another good card that I can put into Earth to get more Earth cards that's not Viscerous really changes things up a little bit, because before it was like, oh, I'm playing Earth, what good cards can I put in? I'm stuck with Viscerous and then Rabbit and Whale. But now I feel like this can kind of replace something or be a good addition to it. And I'm very excited for Hopperoo, and I think it's going to be very cool. I want somebody to Hopperoo Battle Step Bloom hit for 3.
And like,
that's what I want.
we're mainly talking about these cards specifically for our number 5s, but we'll also like branch off and talk about other key pieces and key components for each card. Hopperoo is not only exciting, but Rumantis is also just kind of one of those things where it's like, well, that's the name of the Ascension, right? I'm not making that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. For a second,
actually are not making it up.
For a second, I thought like my brain was blanking. I was like, is that what it's called? Is that what it's called? The idea that you can just have something that you can special cast each turn as long as it's not thwarted by like a shield or a Gorgons or anything like that. I think that is also really cool, because you can just constantly recycle it as it goes. You can special cast, which means if you can special cast, you could potentially ascend off of it if it's not there, so on and so forth. It's pretty interesting.
I also like the fact that it's because it's a 2-drop that bounces back to hand. It's whenever it deals damage, right? So it completely avoids PTA, which I think is really relevant to be able to just completely avoid one of the big pieces aggro. So
yeah, that's
really
very true.
like that.
That's very true. Also, since you're going Hopperoo, if you do end up want to shiny hunt, or not shiny hunt, but stellar hunt rather, the Rumantis Splash Claw, I think, pulled one out of their TP4 tournament packs already. So
I know,
maybe
maybe
they'll want to give it up to you eventually. But the next one on my list, so my number 4, but number 8 for the top 10, is Corvishine. The new Corvishine, the champion of Apollo. That thing is just disgusting. I mean, I don't really think it needs to be talked about too much. It's kind of just it's kind of just gross. Like it legitimately is just gross. And I think in general, Fortell is about to see way more play. Legitimately way more play. And not only Fortell, but like Fortell Mill, Humburst, Humbust, Royal Lottle. Like there's so much that's being added that is just insane. I don't know why, but I'm spacing on like the new solar, what is it, an invoke? Or is it a counter? Is it Solar Burst? What's the name of that card?
Yeah, Solar Burst, the one that foretells for send a card foretold, destroy a card with the same enchantment cost.
Yeah. Crazy. It's kind of wild that like you could potentially mill somewhere up to like 18 or 20 something cards in one turn, depending on, you know, the cards that you have to play.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous. It's one of the decks that I'm going to be playing very often, if not maybe like just at my locals or whatever, but it just seems like so much fun. So that's why it's my number 4, but like the collective number 8 on the list.
I think the other really cool thing is, so one of Fortell's biggest downfalls, right, is that you see everything, and you're essentially giving your opponent information about what they can expect for the next however many turns, whether that's 3, 4, 5 turns, whatever. But Corvishine essentially says, okay, you know what to expect.
Yep.
However,
I'm gonna shuffle my deck.
I'm gonna shuffle it anyway, and you're gonna lose all of the advantage you could have gotten, but I'm gonna get the advantage of taking a card.
Yeah.
So being able to completely mitigate Fortell's weaknesses, I think is super, super cool.
Yeah. It's very, very cool indeed. And it has a really, really dope and gorgeous reverse stellar, which I'm all about. So.
Yep. So then my number 4, number 7 of the collective, is actually going to be Latagon, Champion of Dionysus. And this I have a few reasons why. One, the X out of 10 Stellar in Shattered Stars this month is phenomenal. So if any of you pull it and you want to trade it to me, specifically trade because I'm broke, let me know. We will work out a trade, whether that is selling my firstborn child.
Yeah. That's me with that X of 10 Majursa. That's me with that X of 10 Majursa.
Yeah. So essentially the things that I like most about Latagon, right? I think Julian said this best. Its effects are so good that it doesn't really matter what it had to do to get its effect. Its effects are just so good that, like, he said in a podcast that it could have read, "This Latagon must be happy to get its effect," right? And it would still be good, whether it's just because the effects are so good. Being able to say, okay, I'm popping a back row.
Yeah.
No matter what, whenever I turbo this thing out, I get to pop a back row. Phenomenal. Being able to slap down an 8, phenomenal. Being able to say that whenever it gets destroyed, I get to pull an Ambrosia. Great. I get to pull heal. Great. So it has multiple really, really, really good effects, along with multiple easy ways to enrage it, multiple turns in a row to get multiple back row pops.
Also,
so if you,
it's not even that bad. It's not even that bad that it needs to be enraged. I don't have the card pulled up in front of me, but its stats are pretty good too. So like, being enraged isn't even like that huge of a deal. Like, it's not like it won't be able to get over stuff. It's not like you're like, I enrage your Electrifly, or no, it's gonna die when you attack with it. It's a strong card. So being enraged.
So the other really funny thing is the way Daze and Enrage work. You can actually put the artifact on it, and it'll enrage it permanently, right?
Yeah.
So you'll be able to, at the start of your turn, pop a card. But let's say you've gotten to a point to where, like, they have 4 back row and you don't want to attack just yet. You can then Dionysus effect, daze it, because it lasts until the end of the turn and you can only have one or the other. It actually overwrites the artifact while it's on field. It'll be dazed for the turn, and then whenever that daze goes away, it continues to be enraged again, and then the next turn you can just pop another one.
So you could,
and you don't even have to attack.
So it starts the turn enraged. You can pop a rune, force daze it with Dionysus that turn, and then be able to repeat the cycle with that's all right.
So I think it has a lot of potential to be pretty good.
Yeah. I agree.
And I'm very, very, very excited for Latagon.
Yeah.
I want the full arts. Full arts first, full art stellars.
Dude, the textured full arts are gonna be crazy. the box topper, like the art is cool for the box topper ones, but the actual like alt arts that you can pull, the fact that they're textured and the art itself is just phenomenal. It's the same one as the stellar art, just not a golden dragon fruit. But yeah, it's incredible. Which actually, side tangent, just super quick before we move on to the next one. I know we're just trying to blitz through the list real quick, but I'm curious. I don't know if it's confirmed or not. I would find it very hard to believe if they don't do it moving forward, but did they talk about whether or not like X of 10 serialized are going to be textured, or are they still not textured? Have they talked about that? Because like I feel like Latagon would be the first one that would receive texturing for the X of 10. I would be very, very surprised if it wasn't textured though.
I actually don't know if maybe. I have no idea.
I don't know. Well, whoever pulls it, let us know if it's textured, if it's not. I don't know. But we'll just move on. The next one on my list, number 3, 6 in the collective, is Iwooly. Kind of ties in with the Chimera, but it's just a really, really good thing for Frost, man. I don't know what else to say. I mean, you special cast it, you mill 4, and then if there's any 1-cost Frost, you can special cast them. Yeah, I mean, it's just good. It's just good, man. I mean, the Catarant is also incredible. Don't get me wrong. But for me personally, Iwooly just took the list over Catarant, specifically because I think I'll be slipping the Iwooly into my Morfrost deck. I'll probably put the Catarant in there too, if we're being honest, but definitely the Iwooly, because in a deck that is hello doggos. Slotting into Morfrost just seems perfect for it. Because,
I'm so sorry about my dog barking, by the way. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
She's a psycho. She's a psycho. I don't know what you want from me.
She just wants to be a content creator like us. It's fine. It's fine. She just wants to be part of the video. But yeah, no, the fact that like you basically have 20 cards in your deck that are all 1-cost. You like half of your deck is just 1-drops that you can then special cast. It just seems really good to me. I'm really looking forward to Iwooly, and the tournament pack stellar is phenomenal. It is so good. The art, the color palette, the everything. It's so good.
There's also some really cool combos you can pull off, right, with Enfrostics. So let's say you Catarant, hit your Iwooly, get Iwooly out, mill 4, hit an Enfrostics, special cast the Enfrostics. You can then Keyon effect to go Keyon, bring back Catarant from the underworld, Enfrostics effect, special cast Catarant, foretell 4, pitch 1, hope to hit another Iwooly, get another Iwooly out.
Yeah.
So like, is it likely? No, but the fact that there's so many big combo plays that can happen with Frost now, I think makes it super, super cool.
Agreed.
Okay, so my next after Iwooly is actually going to be another elephant in Ivory. Now, we didn't get a chance to talk about Ivory on the podcast because it hadn't been revealed yet, but
yeah. I love how the day after we posted the pod, they were like, all right, let's talk about the remaining 12 cards or whatever. So you guys got spared in that podcast episode. We didn't spend another 30 minutes talking. Could you imagine if that episode was 2.5 hours long? Oh my God.
Oh my God. That would have been rough. But Ivory, Champion of Poseidon, a 7/6 that says when this Ivory receives 1 or more water, you can foretell cards equal to the number of water enchanting each Ivory on the field. You may add each card with a title or effect that mentions Poseidon foretold this way to your hand. So the essential like big combo that I'm excited for, Typhlant effect was whenever you cast it, you can enchant a water from the underworld that gives you 2. Nexus 1 from Poseidon that gives you 3. Ascend into Ivory that gives you 4. So automatically you have a foretell 4. And it says grab each card that mentions Poseidon. So if you see Poseidon, Poseidon's Fury, Trident of Poseidon, and Galaxy Champion of Poseidon, you just got all 4 cards into your hand.
Or
and
things
you
like
set up
things
so
like
much.
Or things like it doesn't Caprigal mention Poseidon, like because it said effect too. It doesn't have to just be the name.
Correct. Caprigal, Champion of Poseidon, mentions it.
Yeah, so it can pull basically any of those, which is insane.
Yeah, and being able to pull Poseidon's Fury is huge. Being able to pull another Poseidon is also huge, because if you pull another Poseidon, slap another Poseidon down, Nexus another one onto Ivory, then you get to again foretell 5 now, because you Nexus another one, and it's a when it receives 1 or more water. So you can get so much benefit. I think I just had a stroke.
Well, that is the word. You got there. You got there just a little late, but you got there.
You can benefit so much off of this card, and I really, really like it. And being a 7/6 is no slouch. Put in Atlantis up, like I said, you're naturally going to have 4 on it, right?
Yeah.
That immediately makes it an 11/10.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy thinking about how, like, this Ivory, it also kind of pairs in with the original Ivory too, because like,
yeah,
if you can get like your Typhlant out and do all that kind of stuff and like turbo into your original Ivory and not the champion, and then special cast your Typhlant back on the field to ascend into your Poseidon Ivory, like, I don't know. It does seem kind of crazy. We were talking about Ivory, or not Ivory, but we were talking about the new Typhlant in the last podcast episode, and both of us were just like, hold on a second, wait a minute.
And then they super cool. So.
And then they revealed the Poseidon champ for Ivory, and we're just like, hold on, wait a minute.
I just also like the fact that this is a card that naturally wants to see Trident of Poseidon, which with Poseidon being enchanted means you just can't cast counter runes at all.
Yeah.
So who cares about Shield? Who cares about Gorgons? Who cares about this card? Doesn't even care about Tsunami in the first place because it's water. Yeah. So like, what are you doing to this? It doesn't care about Monsoon.
What are you doing to this?
What are you doing? But yeah, so that's my number 5 collective, but
3 on your list. Yeah, so the next one on my list, number 4 in the collective but 2 in my heart, is Barabas. That big old boy. He had to be on this list somewhere.
Had to be.
I'm gonna be very honest, I don't think I'll see a lot of play in Lifestream of Barabas, but the promise that I'm still going to build it and I'm still going to use it. I just mean, I don't think it's going to be very viable in the meta when Lifestream comes out, because the Lifestream meta is going to be, aside from like, actually, you know what? Initially, when we were thinking about Lifestream, I was thinking, yeah, you know what? Maybe we won't see it a lot. But like, there's so much that they're adding with Lifestream. Maybe the meta will not be purely grass and water. Like, maybe we'll see more solar users, or more like solar mill with splash fire, or maybe Funglow will hit its stride and everybody will use that. I don't know. So maybe we will see Barabas get played a lot. I don't really think it will, though, just given the fact that like Lanagon and Lakagon seem so strong, especially with like Cyprong, like honorable mention Cyprong. We didn't talk about him in the video, but like,
yeah,
so good. So Barabas, I don't think we'll see a lot of play in this set specifically, but I'm very excited to use it in a future set when we're not in an earth and water dominant meta.
You know what I could see happening a lot is people throwing like just a Barabib, Barabog, Barabas on the side. So that way, like if you're playing earth or water, I mean, why not? It's 4 cards, and the second that you go up against a fire deck, a solar deck, a thunder deck, anything like that, you get your Barabas out.
Yep. Like you could side it specifically to counter like thunderstorm decks, like a Funglow deck. Because if you can just like, oh, the first game didn't go so well, I'm gonna slide in all my Barabas. Now your thunderstorm supercell is never gonna be a thing. Sorry.
Yep. And on top of that, all of their Elestrals become dazed, unless they're water enchanted or earth enchanted.
I could definitely see that. But Barabas for me hit the top of the list. If I'm being completely honest, based off of like breaking that derp meter, I love Barabas so much. Just how he is stolen my heart. Aside from my next card, but you guys already know what I'm going to say next. So Cal, do your number 2, and then we'll flash through mine real quick because everybody knows what my number 1's going to be. But so
my number 2 is actually Krakatuga, Champion of Hephaestus. I think that this card is exactly what the Hephaestus deck needs, because realistically currently I always call it fart decks because it's fire artifacts.
Yeah,
so
fart
currently like fart artifacts, the biggest like boss Elestral it has is Wasp Ivy. It's not a boss Elestral for fire artifacts, but this is, and it's kind of in element, even though it's a water fire. A lot of times you're still playing OG Small Tuga to be able to search for your Volcaries, so now you're just playing a few more water. But on top of that, I also really like the protection that this thing has. Any card that says my opponent doesn't get to play a certain way, I love. It takes choice away from them and puts it into my hands. And this card saying that it cannot be destroyed or returned to my hand by opponent's card effects is amazing. That immediately gets rid of shield and PTA.
Yeah.
Unless they Gorgons, right? Unless they Gorgons. Because technically what they can do is during attack step, Gorgons, shield. But you're paying 5 spirits to bounce it back to my hand, that I might be able to turbo it back out. So I'm a huge fan of Krakatuga. I think it's super, super good, especially in combination with Small Tuga being able to turbo it out. And I'm really excited to see where Fart goes, to be honest with you.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't just go into the wind like all other farts do.
Yeah. Yep.
But I'm glad that I'm not the last person that's going to be going with the whole list, because this is like the collective number 2, but my number 1. I'm glad that you're going to be following up after mine, because I feel like me talking about it is just going to I don't know. Like, we're just going in circles. I talk about this card so much.
It's just a little guy.
I talk about this card. I talk about this card so much, and I talk about this card so much that I'm going to lean over for like a second and grab all of his friends off of my desk real quick. But
the fact that you actually got all 3 of them is wild.
My number 1, but number 2 for the collective is the brand new Funglo Supercharged, or not Funglo Supercharged, but Funglo Charged. I cannot wait to, just like I'm holding my 3 Stellar Funglos from Phosphol, I cannot wait to hold my 3 X of 50 Stellar Funglos from Kissimmee. I have put so much time and effort and regrettably so much money, so much unbelievable.
Is it regrettably?
If I tank out of the event, yes. Imagine I spent all this and I go like 0-6.
I mean,
but anyway, no, it's not regrettably. I loved every second of collecting these. It was strenuous, it was stressful, but it was worth it in my opinion. They're so cute. They're just adorable. And that's really all there is to it. They're just little fun guys. That's legitimately what they are. They're little fun guys. And the amount of support.
I think the deck has. Go ahead. I was gonna. Do you mind if I say something real quick?
Were you gonna make a joke? Were you gonna make a really like fun pun?
No, I wasn't. Unfortunately, I was gonna say that the deck also just has a lot of utility that it can do. Right, between board swarming, because it's a special cast a Brontoglow from your deck, and then this is a special cast from hand. You can essentially end up with 3 Elestrals on board by the end of it, along with healing, along with burning, like along with just having like some really good stuff. So I think that this deck, I think it'll be a powerhouse no matter what. But I think in general, the cuteness factor and the adorableness factor of Funglo takes it above everything else.
Agreed.
It's definitely cuter than Lakagon.
Yeah, just a little bit, I think. Just a little bit.
Sorry, Julian. Julian, I said it.
But yeah, no. So by far, number 1 for me is the new Funglo Charged. And it's not really just that one card in specific, but it is like, it's the card that's leading the charge, pun intended. But like,
that was bad. That was so bad.
New Brontoglow, the Supercell Thunderstorm. We've got this. I mean, even old Brontoglow can still see play now with all this other support that's been added. Like, it's so good.
What does old Brontoglow even do?
If you like, you can like ascend into it or whatever. You can like disenchant from a Funglo to, I don't know, I think it's like disenchant from a Funglo and blow something up, and then you can special cast a Funglo from your grave.
Disenchant a thunder from your Funglo in order to suppress each Elestral on an opponent's field until the end phase. I mean, that's not bad. And
Yeah,
then whenever you
it's not
destroy
bad.
something, you get to bring something back.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
definitely not horrible. Yo, imagine, I'm not doing this. Okay, I'm not doing this at Kissimmee. But imagine I run like OG Bronzaglow and like disenchant, blow up, and suppress their whole board, and then just like normal cast a Necrolith.
Ooh.
And then blow up something on their board and special cast a Funglo.
Low key.
Like,
That's
imagine.
kind of cool.
Like, imagine.
That's actually kind of cool.
I'm regretting talking about it because now that I said it, it sounds way cooler than I even thought initially. But like, just think about it. Like,
I'm thinking about it. It sounds fun. Does it sound good? No.
no,
But does it sound fun?
What I think it sounds like it could be is it could be like a divided version of the deck. So like maybe your main board doesn't run it and it doesn't run OG Bronzaglow, but you can run like the OG Bronzaglow and some Necrolith and other suppression stuff in your sideboard, so that if you're running into like very specific decks, you can turn it into like a Funglo suppression and then bring in your Necrolith. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do that at Kissimmee. I do kind of like the idea now though, but like I'm not really sure. Regardless, Funglo number 1. Cal, take it away. The video has been going on for too long, I think. We were like, this is going to be like 14-15 minutes. We're good. We just can't shut up. We talk so much.
We can't. My number 1, and if you know me, I think this will be no surprise to quite literally anybody, is Novacore, Champion of Apollo. So fun fact, Heliolith is one of my favorite Elestrals currently, because it has a non-targeting bounce. It's a 2-drop that you can special cast, pretty easily. Well, no, not special cast. You can normal cast it as a 2-drop pretty easily. Novacore is better. that sounded so like I'm better than you. But Novacore is just a better Heliolith. It bounces all the time. Or, well, it destroys. It doesn't bounce. It destroys. So now you've gotten to the point to where you get Temple of the Sun out. You can normal cast this with double solar, making it a 6/8, meaning that no whale will ever get over you. And then you get to just non-target destroy. That's insane. And then if you also run it with Heliolith, you get to non-target bounce. So like realistically, every single turn you should be bouncing or destroying something before your battle step, which I think is unbelievable. And being able to pair this with something like Plucky, because like I don't know if like I've explained to you too much of my thoughts of why this card is so good. Pairing this with Plucky is dumb, because like, you know what Plucky does, right? Champion of Apollo.
Yeah.
So you know how it plays a Lyre of Apollo, and how Lyre of Apollo gives all champions of Apollo +2/+2.
Yeah.
So that means with the stadium up, with a Lyre of Apollo on board, not even empowering the Novacore, it becomes an 8/10.
Yeah.
If you put the Lyre on the Novacore, it becomes a 10/8.
10/8. Yeah, that's actually crazy.
If you have two Pluckies out, gets even stronger. If you then want to play Plucky with a regular Glimbat, right? Because Glimbat is usually seen as like a dead card because it's a 2/1. With a Lyre and with a Stadium out, it becomes a 5.
Ugh.
It becomes a 5/3.
That's
so
wild.
like pairing these two cards with a Plucky is so good, and pairing it with a Plucky immediately sets up Heliolith, and Heliolith is what you want to use to bounce, and Novacore is what you use to destroy. Like, it's such a cool card. I genuinely really like Novacore, and I think that the art is so sick, and the fact that it has a Stellar is even cooler, because you know I have to bling it out. I have to.
Oh yeah, and you
Which,
already
by the way,
have
big
all
shout
of
outs
your
to
Novacores,
you guys. Yeah, big shout outs to you guys for helping me out with that at your locals. That was
of course.
Nova, Chan, and Anthony.
Yeah,
everybody helped out with that pretty good. So
yeah, and Rybot too.
Very good
I
cards.
got the Novacore for you from Rybot. So yeah, all of us like pitched in.
Yeah, shout out to everybody at your locals, man. That was a huge help.
Yeah. Very cool, very chill. The one thing that I will say before we wrap up the video, because it is officially over the 30-minute mark.
Dang.
Yeah, we talked for a minute. The one thing, and I kind of expressed this in the last podcast that we had, one of my favorite parts about Lifestream is the fact that there's so much versatility in the set. I was talking about it with someone at my locals today. I mean, well, a couple of us were talking, but one specifically. And we were talking about how every now and then in card games, you'll have like a handful of sets go by and nothing drastic will change. It's kind of like the same stuff. Then one set will come around and it'll be so impactful that it just like completely changes the dynamic of the game. I feel like Lifestream is that first set. It's the first set in Elestrals that will cause that trigger to happen. It is going to shift.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we went over 10 of our favorite cards in the set split between like you and me, and it wasn't like overwhelmingly one element. It was pretty well split down, all of them. Like we had a couple of water, a couple of frost, a couple of grass, a couple of like thunder, like one thunder. There's two solars. Like we and like there's a fire with Krakatuga. Like it's split. It's so balanced. Not necessarily in like the power of specific cards, but it's balanced in the manner that like there's so much being added that there's no way that you can't have a deck that you would like after this set comes out.
Yeah.
It touches like every single possible way that you would want to play a card game. You want to mill? Solar. You want to heal stall? Good. It's still solar. There's more different ways to play Frost. Like Baraboss is now like a completely like a stall style of deck. There's so much that's just getting added. I'm so excited. I don't think we can talk about that enough. I genuinely cannot wait for Lifestream, and I can't wait to see like what else the Elestrals team has in store for us with like future sets and everything. It's really exciting.
Yeah. Well, I know that we're gonna be getting some. Did you end up pre-ordering?
Yeah, I did.
You did. So on day of, I'm gonna be having a bunch of stuff to open. Chan's also gonna be having a bunch of stuff to open. So we're probably gonna be doing that, and then we're gonna be going over deck profiles for the new set. So make sure you guys are sticking around. But I know I have at least 2 more video ideas for us to do before the set drops, and then I think that we're gonna have a pretty good time with content in Lifestream, especially with Kissimmee coming up. Do you want to tease something that we're gonna be doing at Kissimmee?
Sure, go for it. I'll let you say it.
So we are going to be doing a podcast in person at Kissimmee, but it will be the first podcast where we have other people joining us, where we can actually talk about how the first competition feels and how the like atmosphere of Kissimmee feels. And that is where we are going to be joined by Perky. If you don't know who Perky is, Perky's a great dude, won a premiere, got like finals in another premiere
with Nick Samara. Like let's not glaze over the fact on that. Like that dude took two X of 10s.
No, he did not.
2 X of 10s.
He did not take he did not take Nick Samara. He used it like twice.
Shush.
He still did it.
Don't tell anybody.
He still did it.
Don't tell anybody.
He still did it.
Don't tell anybody. He did it. We won't take that away from him.
That is something that we're going to be doing for actual in Kissimmee, and I think I'm going to try to see if Nova wants to join us too, because I know he'll be down there for Kissimmee, to see if he wants to come over and also join us and have just like a big group podcast for it. But
yeah, it could be a pretty chill day.
I wanted to tease that for you guys because we have a few other things we're going to be doing while we're down in Kissimmee. But yeah, so that's some pretty exciting stuff.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I genuinely can't wait.
Yeah. And I think with that, I think we're good to get on out of here, Chan.
Yeah, this is literally twice the length that you said that you wanted the video to be. So I think we spent enough time here today. It's like a little mini podcast for you guys. You guys got a little mini podcast going on. Hopefully it'll buy some time until the next podcast comes out. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you do, sub if you're new. But we're out. I was gonna say it's been the Den podcast, but it hasn't been. It's been a little mini episode.
It hasn't
little,
been the Den podcast.
little top 10 from the Den here, from your boys. We'll catch you in the next one. All right, have a good one.
Deuces.